The read from the American Farm Bureau Federation President Zippy DeVal talking with me earlier on Fox Business Network is that there is a limit to our patience because we're getting hit hard right now. When you think about it, everything from soybeans to wheat to barley and all, they all trade in the commodities markets, the futures markets. And a lot of those prices have been tumbling now. To be fair, a lot of those prices were headed south long before Donald Trump became president of the United States. This trade rift that has now turned out to be a lot more involved has obviously accelerated that. But the read now from Republican Oklahoma Congressman Tom Cole. Congressman, very good to have you, sir. Farmers have been very loyal to the president, and they've been very, very loyal on this issue that the good in this fight will justify whatever headaches they're putting up with. But there's a limit to that, is there not?
Well, there is. I mean, I'm from a part of the country that really doesn't gain from these tariffs in any way. Big agricultural district, over 14,000 farms and ranches in it, and frankly, a district that's a big oil and gas producer, so the price of metals, the tariff on steel and aluminum hurts us, and a big district in terms of the aeronautical industry as well. Again, very metal sensitive. So we don't see much upside in this fight, but I will say there's a lot of confidence in the President of the United States. He's asked for patience, and so far, at least, he's gotten it.
You know, there's always a timetable on patience, I guess, sir. What do you think it is? I mean, a lot of your constituents have been dealing with this because their products trade on the open markets in real time, so they've been seeing that tumult in prices. And they see the possibility of the Chinese drying up as a buyer, let's say soybeans, more to the point. So they've been dealing with that. What is the timeline on this? In terms of months, I mean, what are we talking about?
Now, well, we would hope to start seeing some results by by later summer, certainly into the fall. It's hard to predict timelines. The one thing I will say is farmers and ranchers are awful used to volatility. That's the nature of the markets. It would help a lot, frankly, if we could get the Farm Bill passed in Washington, D.C. It now has passed both the Senate and the House, so getting that conference and through, that's always seen as something that provides a safety net and some stability. But again, I don't know how you would estimate something, but right now, again, there's a lot of faith in the president. A lot of belief that he's right. We do hold a lot of chips, and frankly, particularly where China's concerned, a sense that they have been bad actors for a long time, that they've gamed the system to their advantage, that they've been really brutal when it comes to stealing intellectual property from this country. No, there's no doubt China's in a case and a lot by itself, as we've discussed in the past, sir. I'm just wondering, though, when we include the likes of the Canadians and the European Union, I would imagine their offenses are less, yet we've lumped them all into the same big old pot. Does that worry you? Yes, it does, because I think they could be allies in dealing with China. Look, China's rapacious, all around the world, not just to us. So I think, we don't want to alienate allies. Now, we're in the position where we're renegotiating NAFTA now. That's a good thing. It's time to do that, and frankly, from an agriculture standpoint, we would hope to see some gains there. Where the Europeans are concerned, again, the president's got a legitimate point. We certainly see very protected agricultural markets in the European Union. So again, there's some sympathy, but there's also a limit. Again, this is a very export-dependent industry. In Oklahoma, we export more than half of our winter wheat, for instance. Huge exporters of soybeans, and that's been good for the economy. Again, we're a big foreign exchange earner for the United States.
And time's a waste, to your point. Time's a waste.
Sacrifice your strong areas.
Congressman, well put. Very good having you, sir. Thank you very, very much.
Hey, Neil, thank you.
All right. In the meantime, the read from the North Koreans talking to our Secretary of State. How did that go?